Assistant Public Defender Natalie Tate for Mr. Harris, who should be present in Zoom.
Mr. Harris, are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
In a court? Court? It's like, this is so unprofessional. Like,
You stationary?
Pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are respectfully.
Why did he say it like
in
that?
This matter, up possibly 2 to 4 weeks if the court would allow.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Are they trolling?
Oh.
That is with the charges, Your Honor. Yes.
No, I'm looking at his record. He doesn't have a license. He's suspended, and he's just driving.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yo, Your Honor, what the fuck? Your Honor. Your Honor. Your Honor. Yeah, the judge looking around like, is this dude serious?
I don't even know why he would do that. So, defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today.
He's gonna drive himself to the jail. Wait. Yo, driving yourself. This is a sick twist of fate, I tell you. How is everybody in the courtroom straight-faced? This man came to the courtroom evidence against himself. This guy went viral today for being the biggest dummy. He said, yo, even the judge is like, yeah, you are? Are you really? With your suspended license? He said, yo, really?
What are we doing?
Stand proud, Corey Harris. You were strong.
Driving with a suspended license. It's kind of a fucking power move, actually. Like, that's a statement right there.
A power move. Dude, he was letting his balls hang. He flew he flew too close to the sun.
The only thing that could have made that any better is if he was puffing on a cigar while drifting around.
Dude, that's like Light Yagami working for the goddamn fucking CIA while they were looking for Kita. That's literally exactly what he was doing, but on a smaller scale.
Like, I've really got this as like a cheesy action movie in my head right now where he's the main character. And then he like gets out of the car and he pushes away on a skateboard and hits a kickflip or something on the way out and tells the judge to pipe down. He's got more important things to take care of. But it turns out, like a transformer, there was more than meets the eye here. So while he may have been driving with a suspended license on paper, it turns out that wasn't the reality of the situation. It was actually a clerical error. It is true that his license was suspended in 2010. However, it was rescinded in 2022. So what happened is, due to this error in the internal combustion engine that is our beyond dog shit legal process, that information never made it through the proper channels. So he should have been totally green light to drive. You can take the license away from the man, but you can't take the man away from the license.
Bravo.
It's the same thing. I just said the same thing in a different way. That's definitely not how that's supposed to work, like the expression. Point is, it's not like when they took away his license, it was like the Space Jam basketball taking away his, like, ability to drive. He still had the capability of driving, just not the legal authority to do so. But in 2022, he did get that granted back to him, or at least he should have. But apparently the soulless husks at the Michigan Secretary of State's office never received the clearance from the Saginaw Friend of the Court. I hate that title, by the way, Friend of the Court. That shit sounds so childish. Makes me feel like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book. Yes, this is the Michigan Secretary of State's office requesting thumbs up from the Blorbus County Super Buddies. Looking for big pats on the head, please. Nuzzles you. I don't know. I hate that. Just friend of the court sounds so stupid for like an actual legal thing. So because the Michigan Secretary of State's office never got that clearance, the lifting of the suspension never went into effect, so the judge was working off the paperwork that was incorrect, stating that his license was still suspended when, in reality, it was not. They tracked down the clerical error and it has been rectified. However, Harris did spend 2 days in jail. And he made this statement saying, "With the type of ties that I have with the church and the community, it's very embarrassing." Which I completely understand, and this whole thing is...
Dude. No, that's funny that we're clowning on him. I love the jokes. Like, I will continue to clown on this guy, Corey Harris, for many moons to come. But come on, they got to reimburse the lad. They got to give him, like, at least, like, a band or two. A cheeky band, like a Thou Wow or maybe two. Just because spending that in jail, that's also, like, fucked up to, like, the family, the mentality.
It's turbo dog shit. It's more than just like blushing of the cheeks, like embarrassing, you know. It's not like his voice cracked while asking someone on a date or something. Like, this is pretty serious. It's the deputy legal director for the Michigan Secretary of State told the station that the process to get a driver's license reinstated can be a complicated process. Sometimes it's as simple as, we at the Secretary of State's office did not get a clearance from the court that everything was done, but something happened in the wires and we needed to talk to the court to get the clearance and clean it up for the resident. Which they didn't do until he had already been in jail for 2 days. So, like, he still suffered from this, and I think he should be compensated for that. He didn't do anything wrong. But he had no way of knowing that or knowing how to properly correct this. In an interview that he gave after the dust had settled with all of this hoopla, he did mention that his license was supposed to be fixed 2 years ago, but it just didn't. So he was aware that there was something definitely awry here, something was wrong, but he didn't really know what to do about that. So he still ended up, you know, turning himself in and all of that. And then in the interview, he did mention at the end, always double check the workers because they say they're going to do something and they just don't. He's 100% right about that. When you deal with anyone in any kind of government position, it seems like they view it as a shameful thing to do their job. Like, they seem to want to do everything but what they're supposed to, which really hurts just normal, average people. And also, no one watching what happened had any way of knowing that either. Since this story came out with this update here, people have been mad at me saying, like, "Oh, how could you have fucking slandered this man? You should have really looked into this a little bit deeper so you would have known he was innocent from the start." Brother, look around. What the fuck are you talking about? How would I have gotten that information unless I was... research anyone could have done to find that information? They had to track down the clerical error on their side. There is nothing some fucking bumbling reptile brain idiot like me could possibly do to get that information because...
Funny. Charlotte, you are fucking world class. Wait, Shabloinks dropped a new YouTube video? What the fuck? Toronto accents are the worst.